2025 has been a huge year for our favorite game, Shadow Fight 3. This year, the game received multiple major updates that completely reshaped its core mechanics. But the most exciting part has always been the sets. Every set released this year feels like a crazy upgrade over the previous one, pushing the power level higher and higher. So hey guys, welcome back. As you've probably guessed, today we're going to take a look at the top 10 most powerful sets in the game right now. Sets that can destroy every single game mode without any struggle, whether it's raids or overpowered bosses. Whether you're planning to buy a set or you're just here for fun, without wasting any more time, let's begin. At number 10, we have King of the Serpent. I know a lot of people are probably thinking, what am I even talking about? This is a meta. It should be in the top 3. And yes, King of the Serpent is absolutely a strong meta set. It can one-shot almost all okay bosses. And if this list was only about regular fighters, it would easily make the top 3. But this is an overall power list. While King of the Serpent performs exceptionally well against normal enemies, that's pretty much where it stops. In raids, this set is straight up horrible. It literally can't even beat a level 3 raid boss. And let's be honest, the meta always changes. For example, my favorite set Void Anabot isn't even on this list. What? Surprised? Well, no set stays OP forever. At number 9, we have Metamorphosis. And I have to admit, this is easily one of the best Dynasty sets in the game. And personally, it's one of my favorites to use. The biggest strength of Metamorphosis is how adaptive it is in uncertain situations. Not only can it comfortably clear all level 5 raid bosses from Island 1, but it also performs at a decent level in Island 2 raids. When it comes to regular fighters, Metamorphosis absolutely dominates. It defeats all okay fighters very easily. The reason it ranks higher than King of Serpent is simple. While Serpent kills okay fighters instantly, Metamorph, even if not instantly, but defeats them at a steady pace, and it's far more better in raids. And it's not just about regeneration, the entire mechanic of this set is incredibly well designed, smooth, and genuinely satisfying to use. Overall, Metamorphosis feels powerful and fun at the same time, which is why it rightfully takes the number 9 spot. At number 8, we have the most controversial set in Shadow Fight 3 history, Void's Dream. I still clearly remember the absolute uproar this set caused in the community. It was literally killing level 6 raid bosses while being only level 4 itself. Just imagine how absurd that was. People genuinely believed this was the set's real power and rushed to buy it, and honestly, you can't even blame them. That situation was more on the company than the players. Then, just a week later, we found out the truth: the set was simply bugged, which caused its damage to get insanely amplified. Shortly after, it received a massive patch, which is still remembered by many as one of the biggest scams in the game's history. Yeah. Despite that insane past, Void's Dream is still very relevant today. If you know how to use it properly, it can still finish Island 1 raid bosses in a single round. Against regular fighters, it's obviously not as broken as King of the Serpent, but it still clears them comfortably, and more importantly, it performs far better in raids, which is exactly why it earns the number 8 spot. At number 7, we have Void Scriber. The main reason it earns a spot in the top 10 is its versatility. Void Scriber can deal a very solid amount of damage in raids, even against level 6 bosses. For example, against Ruin level 6, Scriber is often one of the most favorable sets because of its consistent damage output. When it comes to regular fighters, Scriber can handle most of them without much trouble as well. However, it's important to understand that Scriber doesn't always perform up to expectations. Against very aggressive opponents, such as Acolyte level 6, it struggles heavily. The reason is simple. Scriber is slow and needs time to set up. This weakness also applies to regular fighters. While it can defeat many of them, it can't deal with everyone, especially when compared to sets like Void's Dream. So while Void Scriber may look balanced overall, its weaker side can't be ignored. And that's exactly why it lands at number 7. At number 6, we have Carnivorous Giddy. To be honest, I was genuinely confused about whether this spot should go to Carnivorous Giddy or Void Scriber. After thinking it through properly, I came to this conclusion. If we talk strictly about raid performance, Carnivorous Giddy absolutely destroys level 5 raid bosses. They're basically a joke for this set. When it comes to level 6 raids, however, its performance is fair. It's not amazing, but it's also not bad. Now, you might be thinking that this makes it inferior to Void Scriber in raids. And yes, in pure raid terms, Scriber does perform better. But that difference is not day and night, which is an important point. Where Carnivorous Giddy really pulls ahead is in regular fights. Unlike Scriber, which struggles against certain aggressive opponents, Giddy can comfortably beat every OK fighter in the game. If you've watched my previous videos, you already know about the infinite stun playstyle this set has, and that alone makes it insanely reliable. So when you look at the overall picture raids, OK fighters, consistency, and ease of use, Carnivorous Giddy ends up being more well-rounded than Void Scriber, which is why it secures the number 6 spot. At number 5, we have Dead Forest Triad. Honestly, the fact that this set is still in the top 5 after all this time is crazy. I'm pretty sure in my previous top 10 video it was either number 1 or number 2, I don't even remember anymore, and that alone says a lot about how dominant it has been. There isn't much to overanalyze here. Whether we're talking about raids or regular fighters, Triad just dominates everywhere. Level 5 raid bosses are child's play, and even in level 6 raids, despite multiple nerfs over time, it still performs really well. This set has survived nerf after nerf and still remains a true meta monster. And just to make things even scarier, it's already confirmed that Dead Forest Triad will receive level 8 in the future. Just imagine that nightmare. And with that, Dead Forest Triad earns the number 5 spot. At number 4, we have Heavenly Law. This is easily the most fan-favorite aura farming set of the year. If you remember, it was first released in the Chinese version and stayed exclusive for quite some time before finally arriving globally. And that waiting period really pissed off global players. My comment section used to be flooded with people asking, when is Heavenly Law coming to global? Heavenly Law is also the first ever light energy set to introduce a completely new weapon playstyle, and everything about it just screams quality. The moves, the abilities, pure wow. And the visuals are absolutely insane. I don't think anyone can hate this set. When it comes to raids, the damage output is insanely strong, and against regular bosses, they're basically ants waiting to be crushed. The lore, the visuals, the abilities, top-tier work by Neki in every sense. This is one of those sets that straight up makes you want to—
Damn, what is that, bro?
Now we step into the god-tier meta sets, the top 3. At number 3, we have Buried Centurion. This set has been given out for free multiple times, and we all know the usual rule-free sets get nerfed. We've seen it happen before with sets like Triad. But Centurion is a completely different case. This thing is an absolute monster. Buried Centurion is also a very unique set because it's the only one that uses bone energy, and just like Heavenly Law, its moveset is peak tier. When it comes to defeating regular bosses, Centurion and Heavenly Law are basically equal. Both destroy opponents in seconds. However, where Centurion truly pulls ahead is raid performance. And honestly, we won't even bother talking about level 5 raids anymore. These sets are just overkill there. What really matters is consistency, and Centurion delivers extremely reliable damage output in raids, along with a very strong defensive mechanism to back it up. In fact, Heavenly Law and Buried Centurion are the only 2 sets on this list that combine both top-tier offense and defense so effectively. They're incredibly reliable in almost every situation, but this time, Buried Centurion secures the number 3 spot thanks to its slightly superior raid performance. At number 2, we have the Last Operator, one of the latest released sets. Last Operator is so ridiculously overpowered in raids that it doesn't even cook raid bosses anymore. It deep fries them. Out of every set you've seen on this list so far, Last Operator is currently the most OP one in raids. For the trailer, I took this guy against Tuffy. 100k HP just got deep fried. Tuffy only survived at 1 HP because the game literally doesn't allow anything less. If you remember the Lorelei raid, I already did insane damage with this set, and even more was possible. I just didn't push it to the absolute limit. Now, when it comes to regular fighters, in terms of efficiency, it's roughly equal to Void's Dream. Okay, fighters are way too easy nowadays anyway. What really makes Last Operator special is its bizarre and unique fighting style. Once you place 3 antennas, your job is basically done. After that, you just sit back, relax, and enjoy the view, while your opponent suffers. And now, the final one. Relax, I'm not going to say Kamal or Guardian Dragon. I think most of you already guessed it by now. It's the current latest set, Neon Phantom. I'm so glad I didn't rush this video and actually waited for its release, because if I hadn't, we would have completely missed the true winner. Neon Phantom doesn't just come with a brand new fighting style, it comes with something even more bizarre. It doesn't use any energy at all. The irony is insane. The main ability of this set is literally called Barbecue, and trust me, it fully lives up to that name. Level 6 raid bosses literally cry against this thing. Sadly, none were available today, or I would have shown you live. So, just like Operator, I took Neon Phantom against Tuffy, and yeah, 100k HP got vaporized in seconds. Bro casually turns into Spider-Man, dodging Acolyte level 6's domain expansion like it's nothing. For Neon Phantom, grilling OK fighters is just a daily routine. Without any doubt, Neon Phantom is the most overpowered set of 2025. And with that, I've finally completed the top 10 most powerful sets once again. Let me know what you think about the video. And don't forget to drop a yellow heart in the comments if you watched it till the end. If you think I made any mistakes, feel free to correct me in the comments. I'm always open to feedback. And that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one.